All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Pivot Bio will never be on this farm. Before we get into it, special thanks for Dan for stopping by. Had a wonderful visit. I learned a lot. Appreciate a company trusting me to help represent them. Even a bigger thank you for you guys that actually reached out to him. Like, we actually reached people. A real tangible farm video reached real farmers. Like, this is what it's all about. This is why, I need this to be like on a Tubi channel or Freevee, one of, like a Netflix or something like that. Jeremy Clarkson, if you're watching, counting on you. I'll be waiting, sitting by the phone. Before I say Pivot Bio will never be allowed on this farm, first disclaimer, the only disclaimer is we're looking at $9 beans and $3 corn this summer. If things keep going the way they're going, I will take a big check from Pivot Bio and I will make sure it wins many, many trials across this farm. And then in the fall, after the check clears, then I'll tell you the truth that it was crap. It didn't do anything. There was zero payback. So just like Fraudulent Business Network, I'm pretty sure Pivot Bio is not throwing a check in the mail as we speak. How will I sleep at night worrying about them two companies? The humanity. So, first red flag, why would I support a company that's funded by your Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, George Soros kind of people? The people that influenced an election, they interrupted the flow of transmission, they sponsor violence on American soil and support terrorist groups. They go to the island. Some of them have been to the island. And then like a Bill Gates, so a guy that's saying we have too many people, we need to come up with some vaccinations and some other products that we can just sneakily start to kill people off without actually killing people off. We're now supposed to believe that he's all like, hey, let's make food cheaper and more, more food. Like, really? Okay. Second red flag. Sent it off to a couple scientists that I really trust, and they blew holes through any data they could find on Pivot Bio, like a 12 gauge shooting through cardboard. So that's a big indicator to me. The third one was the farmer trials. And the reason you got Dan was because there was many farmer trials out there like, nah, I'll just throw this product in and holy crap, we saw a significant crop response. Pivot Bio was a complete opposite. There was many, many topics on social media about replicated trials at all different sorts of N rates, and nobody came back with like, this is a great product. The other red flag, if it is such a great product, why are not the big companies trying to buy this thing up? Like, so you can't find any farmer, legitimate farmer, that is like, really promoting it, and none of the big companies want to buy it up, but yet this company somehow has hundreds of millions of dollars just in their marketing budget. This makes zero sense about this company. As a farmer, I'm looking at this product like you're selling me bugs in a jug. There's no product information on their website about what carbon to nitrogen ratios we should be looking at in our soil, organic matter kind of talk. There's no talk about how many spores per gram or how many live bugs per ounce, things like that. There's nothing on there about shipping and storage, shelf life that you can really see. So that right off the top really makes you question. I'd love to see Dr. Elaine Ingham take this product and get a jug in and then look at it and see what's actually in it and how much is alive and what bugs are really there. And I think I need to reach out to Elaine Ingham and see what they would be willing to do to analyze this product. I'll tell you what, I did buy a live product. And so comparing Pivot Bio to a live product versus Farm for Profit's live product. Back in 11 or 13, I used Farm for Profit. One, you had to ship it during the cold season because it's a live product. Two, you had to keep it cold, if not frozen, until you're ready to use it. And then you had a very short window to get it up to the 50, 60, 70 degrees of that you're in, to get it up to that temperature and in the ground, because otherwise the bugs are dying off. That was the only live product I've ever applied in the soil that you could see the difference in the soil. You could measure less compaction, you could see more worm activity, and it was the only product compared to like algae products, Stahler's Bioforge, and some of them other products. It was the only product that made a crop response, let alone a crop response big enough to at least pay for the product. So now Pivot Bio, nobody has ever said anything about, geez, you know, we could see less compaction, more worm life, like we could pull roots out of the ground and see more activity on the roots, that kind of stuff. But I would say with any live product that you're buying, how do we expect it to work in our modern farming system when, first of all, our modern farming system has pretty much made sure we need zero connection between our plant and soil life. We are taking care of feeding, defense, and all that kind of stuff of the plant. So last year you had soybeans on that field. You did a couple passes of fungicide, insecticide, and a couple passes of herbicides. Then you did fall tillage. Now this spring you throw a bunch more herbicides out there, plus the fertilizers, plus more tillage. And then in furrow you got your seed with some treated insecticide, fungicide, and it's not uncommon for guys to run extra insecticide and fungicide in furrow. And then you're going to try to put a live bug in furrow. And then it's in soil with zero structure. So every day that goes on, the soil has less and less oxygen. So not only did you not give it a place to live, we have no knowledge of our carbon to nitrogen ratio, we didn't give it anything to eat, and we've attacked it many times, and now we expect this bug, and it's losing oxygen by the day. And now we expect this bug to miraculously move nitrogen from the air and soil to the plant. It takes 20 gallons of diesel fuel to make a couple 100 pounds of anhydrous. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to transfer nitrogen. In the soil, think about when a lightning strike, a lightning bolt. How much energy is in a lightning bolt? And that lightning bolt can only free the bond between nitrogen and soil in a tiny, tiny area. And you have this bug that's hungry, homeless, being attacked on several different modes and occasions, and is losing oxygen by the day to expend tremendous amount of energy to a plant that it doesn't even have a relationship with. How on earth is Pivot Bio or any bug product supposed to function in that environment? You guys tell me. Am I just being a weirdo? Please, by all means, tell me how a bug in that system is supposed to thrive and really make you a lot of money and do its job. I'll be here waiting. Gosh, I should have just stopped right there and just like dropped the mic, but I didn't. But I mean, seriously, that is my question when we're analyzing a fraudulent product like Pivot Bio. Them are my questions as a farmer. How about this? How about this ending? Anyone from Pivot Bio that wants to answer them questions for me and tell me how their product is supposed to work in that environment and how their product works in general and prove this whole thing completely wrong, by all means, feel free to reach out. But like I said at the beginning, you're funded by terrible, terrible, evil people that deserve a one-way ticket down, and the sooner the better. So, sorry, I said what I said. Yep. Guys, on that note, I'm done. You let me know what you think.